list. I never want to hear that music again.
What's up, Rodox TV? Welcome back. This is Susie Q, and we are here at Patnet Studio with special guest Max.
What's up, you guys? I'm Vicky Vicious with Heavenly Trip to Hell. Thank you for sticking around and watching the show. We're super excited to have Max here in the studio today.
I'm super
Max,
excited to be here. Thank you.
Tell us a little bit about what you do.
I am Maxx242. I am an illustrator, an artist based out of Southern California. I started out through graffiti art,
Nice.
which now is kind of recognized as street art. I became a street artist, a muralist. I'm a jack of many trades.
Wow.
I do a lot of different types of art.
That's amazing.
How'd you get started in doing art, though?
You know, we used to skate
Yes.
and just paint shit.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then, dude, honestly, that was the thing is like we were skaters. I was just talking to you guys about being outcasts. We were the outcasts of society, of the world, even to like our families. You know, we grew up.
Especially to the family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When we grew up, it was different. Like
Yes.
we had no support. We had no family. There was nobody at home.
Yeah.
So like we would go skate, and we were our own family. We were little
Nice.
punk rock skate kids
Yes.
that we
Yes.
were our own family, and so we started painting on shit.
Okay.
And then I recognized that, hey, even though you're telling me I'm fucking nothing,
Yes.
through skateboarding and graffiti, I became somebody. And now, like, no matter how much somebody told me I was nobody,
Yes.
I was fucking somebody.
Wow, that's amazing.
How did it evolve from the graffiti to illustration and everything else that you do?
So when I was little, I loved drawing. I grew up with G.I. Joes and Transformers
Yes.
and He-Man and Robotech and that time of art and cartoons and movies. So I was fascinated. I was always
Yes.
fascinated by the art and the colors and everything. So living in Los Angeles, California, seeing all the graffiti art, I was so intrigued by it. So I was always super into art. So when I got into graffiti art, I didn't really want to get in to destroy, even though that's kind of the idea. I wanted to paint graffiti to create.
Yes.
So we would find like abandoned old like water towers,
Yeah.
and we would paint the biggest murals we can. So
Nice.
going from that, it was very easy to transition into doing canvas painting. That's how I got more into fine art and illustration. Although illustration always like called out to me more than anything.
What is your favorite medium to really work with?
Oh, that's a tough question. I'm gonna say spray paint.
Spray paint?
Spray
Yeah, spray paint.
Once
I
the
just-
spray paint, always the spray paint.
It's just, you know, the thing is it's very free. It's like skateboarding. So graffiti and skateboarding had a lot of things in common. Even though you had your
Yes.
crew and your family,
Yes.
it was you versus you. There was no rules. Like you just went and did it.
Nice.
Whatever you wanted to do, whatever you can think of,
Yes.
you can do it. That's why I think to me, graffiti art is always going to be my biggest love when it comes to art.
That's amazing. And then what do you do now?
I do a lot of shit.
Yes.
But I do illustrations for bands is the main thing that I do.
Okay.
So I work with bands like Metallica, Blink-182, Guns N' Roses. I just did one for AC/DC,
Wow.
Wu-Tang Clan. So I work. That's mostly what I do. Like this year, I think this year is probably the year that I've worked with the most amount of bands. So that's my main thing.
So how can our viewers see your work?
On Instagram is probably the best way. It's just
Okay.
MAXXER242.
Okay. And you have like your portfolio, you have
Yeah.
pictures on there.
Yeah, all my art.
How did that get started?
The way that I got into everything was really, you know, again, everything came through skateboarding and graffiti art. But I made friends with these people that worked at a store called the Electric Chair. in
Yeah, we
Riverside.
know the electric chair.
So it was like this little punk rock type shop,
Yes.
alternative shop. So this store catered to all us little weirdos.
Yeah.
So I became friends with the people there. Like they were fucking awesome. They were
Yeah.
so cool, and they were friends with a band that I really like at the time. I really enjoyed this band called the Aquabats.
Yes, I love the Aquabats.
They were storytellers. Like I
Yes.
love their fucking music.
Yes.
And so they knew them. And
Okay.
so I think it was my friend Carrie called me one day and she was like, hey, the guys from the Aquabats are going to be here. You should come in and show them your artwork. Because I would do drawings of the
Okay.
Aquabats.
Nice.
And so she was like, come in. And so I go in and I meet Christian, the lead singer, and I met their drummer, Travis Barker. And so he was like, dude, like I fucking love your work. You're a graffiti artist. And I'm like, yeah. And he was like, if you ever have any shows, let me know and I'll come out. So I texted him. I was like, hey, we're doing this show at the barn.
Okay.
You want to come out? He showed up with his friends and with everybody, and I was like, holy shit. I was
He's
like,
here.
man.
He's actually here.
Yeah, and so like we became friends. Like we started
Nice.
talking and we became friends. And that relationship, that friendship with him was really the key to everything. I worked with him, and then I started working with clothing lines, because at the time he was still with the Aquabats. So I knew of this artist known, his name was Risk One, Kelly is his name. And he's from LA. He's from one of the first graffiti crews in Southern California. I knew he was going to be at a show called ASR. It was like the skateboard, like sports alternative show.
Okay.
So I went and I showed him my portfolio. He was like, "What are you doing tomorrow?" And I was like, "What the fuck?" And he was like, come to the studio.
Yeah.
And so I started working with him. And between him and Travis, that was like
Wow.
my way into everything.
Wow, that's amazing. And when you say like you invited Travis to a show, what do you mean by that?
It was, we would do little art shows.
Okay.
At like coffee shops and stuff. So we met the promoters at the bar, and it was this dude, Bill Fold, actually.
Okay.
He's actually pretty well known. I think he does Coachella. I think
Wow.
he's like one of the
Oh,
main
you
guys.
know
Yeah,
that little
it's
show,
Coachella.
Coachella.
Yeah. So I was friends with Bill and this other guy, Warren. And so they did a lot of stuff. They were a part of this crew called 98 Posse. They were always like, "Yeah, dude, whenever you want to do something." And so I met a couple of dudes that were like rappers and breakdancers, and we just came up with this thing, this hip hop
Yes.
show at the
Yes.
barn.
Yeah.
And yeah, we did it, and that's where Travis came out. Interesting thing about that, though, I got knocked out by the end of the night. There was a big fight broke out, and I ended up in the hospital. So
Oh no!
Yeah.
How did that happen?
Tell us that
I
story.
do not remember.
Yeah,
I,
no, you
I
were
literally,
wrong.
you know when they say you get knocked into tomorrow?
Yeah.
I literally
That
was
was you.
at the show, and I opened my eyes. I
Woke
was in
up
the hospital.
Next day. Wow.
Oh.
But yeah, that was interesting. But yeah, that friendship really kicked off everything. From there, once people knew that I was working with that company, it was called
Right.
Famous Stars and Straps. I was the first artist there. I became an art director and a creative director of the brand.
Wow.
Once people knew that I was there, a lot of companies kind of started reaching out to me. What happened is I developed this black and white style of inking.
Okay.
And this is where I started utilizing the digital tools. So I started using Adobe Illustrator in a
Oh,
certain way.
yeah.
And a lot of other artists were like, holy wait, that's different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so they started mimicking what I was doing. And then a lot of the guys that knew who I was, like Bobby Hundreds and Bobby Tribal, and then there was another guy, Jim Thiebaud. On him and Tommy Guerrero created a skate company called Real Skateboards up north in the Bay Area. His buddy, Mickey, he
Okay.
reached out to me and was like, hey, do you want to do some skateboard art? And I was like, fucking kidding me? That's
Hell
like my
yeah,
dream.
Fuck yeah.
So they believed in me, and they went big, and I did a whole series of boards for them.
Wow.
Like they took out ads in Thrasher magazine
Wow.
and Juxtapose magazine, and they put my name on it.
Yeah.
Companies like that really believed in me and just put me out there.
Wow.
And that's the whole thing is marketing, even today.
Yeah. What do you think about like the new technology nowadays?
So technology will always be the best tool, and it can always kill a culture.
Yes.
And that's
I
the
agree.
problem. So these tools are really good,
Right.
but they're also gonna, like AI.
They're
for
also
instance.
killing us.
Yes, like
Yes.
AI, for instance, it's gonna make it so people don't even need graphic artists or artists. So it's kind of scary, but I think at the same time, there's something to be said about humans wanting to feel human. A lot of the people that I work with will not tolerate or accept AI art.
Right.
They need the story. They
Right.
need the human.
Yes.
And so that's the good thing.
right.
But there's companies that are just not gonna care.
But I mean, it is helpful, right? Like,
These tools are very helpful.
Yeah.
Very, very helpful. Whether you're talking about the programs that we utilize on the computer, Photoshop, Illustrator, Clip Studio, they're very, very helpful. They're tools.
Yeah.
They're all tools. And even AI, I've seen a lot of artists start to reference AI, and I've done it myself. I've looked at AI images and reference AI. Like, kind of pisses me off. I'm like, fucking computers. You put out
Right.
the most beautiful fucking images.
Yes,
It's like,
yes.
holy shit. And so then I'm like, I never would have thought of that.
right.
Yeah.
You
It's
can
like,
also
fuck,
use it.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so now I'm like, all right, let me fucking draw that. Fuck you.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Let me fucking draw that. Yeah.
Well, it's good that you have that kind of a view on it.
Yeah.
You know
Right.
what I mean? Because it is true. I feel like, everything that's coming out as far as technology is very helpful.
Right.
These are very good tools that we have, but I do see like kids nowadays just being stuck on the phone all day and not
That's
even
tough.
living their life.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you were out there skating, you were out there meeting people, you were
Yeah.
out there making friends, making your own family,
Right.
right? These kids don't know any of that. Yeah.
It's definitely a different time. just for humanity, for societies, for our communities. It's a very, very different time. But I think that's where we need people like us to guide
Yes.
our kids or
Yes.
community or
Yes.
so that's one of the things that I love about what I do with graffiti art and street art and mural making
Yeah.
is that I actually enjoy creating murals for communities.
Yes.
Good.
So a lot of times when I get hired, I either get hired directly from the owners of markets or companies, and I get to create something. A lot of times they leave it up to me. I paint a lot of things for the Hispanic culture.
Okay.
Yes.
So ever since we were young, the Day of the Dead was one of our most fascinating holidays,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
It was, it just had that feel. It's the entire feel of the life and death.
Celebrating death
Right,
as well.
celebrating death.
Yes.
Exactly. So to me, it was always I was very attracted to it.
Yeah.
So we started drawing all these skulls and skeletons and things like that with the roses and the flowers.
Yes.
And so I got kind of recognized for doing that.
Nice.
And so I painted a lot of murals that have to do with the Hispanic culture, the Mexican culture.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so I'm super thankful for that. It's been
Nice.
fun.
You got anything new that you're doing?
I have like 20 new things that
Yeah.
I'm doing. I started working with my buddy from Riverside that he does the Riverside Dia de los Muertos event.
Okay.
And it's pretty big. There's like thousands of people that show up to it every year. He asked me to partner with him and do all the merchandise for that. So I get to do the artwork. But
Wow.
right now he's like, we need to do all the advertisement material, the ad mat. And I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, dude, I'm like a month out with art right now.
Yeah.
Give me a minute. So that's the biggest challenge for me. I
Yeah.
still have to make sure that I make X amount of dollars.
Yes.
And in doing that, like some jobs that I take aren't really about money. So there's jobs that I take that I don't make that much money from, and I don't care.
Right.
I
for
just
the
love
love.
I love doing it.
Yeah.
But then I have to fill that time in
Yes.
with jobs I do make. So my schedule is literally like
Wow.
as soon as I wake up,
Yes.
and then I fall asleep at my computer.
Wow.
And then I wake up in the middle of the night. I'm like, I should probably go to bed now.
Yeah. It's a lot of work, but I mean, I'm sure it pays off one way or another.
I think for me, it's just every time I finish a piece, I look at it and I'm like,
yeah.
fuck, I'm stoked on it. I'm ready.
Hell
Okay,
yeah.
let's move on to the next one. I'm super thankful. I'm doing a lot of things this year.
Well, thank you so much for coming on the show. We're super excited to see all of your work. Tell us again your Instagram.
My Instagram is Maxxer242, MAXXER242.
Do you have any advice for the kids out there that are watching, that are thinking about getting into this business?
The only thing I say is it's not easy, it's hard, but if it's whatever you want to do inside, just do it. Don't let anybody tell you yes or no. Just do it.
Yes.
You keep doing it. You keep
Yes.
growing. Eventually, you will get to where you need to be. That's it.
All right, you heard it here first. Road Dogs TV. Again, thank you for coming
Thank you,
in.
guys.
Stick around, guys. We got a lot more coming up.
Roll
Check out
that
this
video.
Woo!
Road Dogs TV, building community, unity through art, music, and culture. Road Dogs TV.